Hey guys, it is your girl Giselle, aka Jeezy, and welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome to my channel. This channel we talk about all things self-care, cosmetic, beauty, whatever have you. And right now, what we're currently focusing on in this series is my experience with my rhinoplasty, specifically an ethnic rhinoplasty. And in today's video, we will be talking about what to pack with you so that you're as prepared as possible for your procedure. I will be just doing a facial massage while I do this just because I've been drinking over this weekend. I went to a Friendsgiving and we was just drinking and now my face is super puffy. So we're just going to avoid that and we're just going to talk about what we need to pack with us. Okay. And if you see me looking down, it's because my mirror is here so I can see like what the heck I'm doing on my face, but also my checklist is here. So don't mind that. So, the first category for what to bring with you is going to fall under medications and supplements. And the first thing being arnica tablets. Arnica is amazing because it's going to help you with bruising, minimizing all that bruising. I will say the first 2 to 3 days, I definitely was bruised pretty bad, but I did find that my bruising started to already fade and get yellow by day 3, and that is because of that arnica. What I did was I took it about 2 weeks before my procedure, and then I took it as immediately after my procedure, and I feel like it cut my swelling in half, my bruising time in half. That's just really important to bring with you, especially if you're not trying to be bruised up and banged up looking for some time. Another thing to keep with you is arnica gel. I do have some currently in my fridge, but I'm just too lazy to get it right now. But it's amazing because it pretty much does everything that I just said the tablets do. But the benefit with that is that it's topical. So it's like icing your bruise, or if you sprained your ankle or you just got a bruise somewhere, how icing works, it's literally the same thing. It's cold. It's like a cold compress. However, the components from within the actual arnica plant is going to be the thing that helps the most with bruising and swelling and all that good stuff. The next thing that I encourage you to get is bromelain supplements. Man, when I say bromelain works wonders. Naturally, if you were trying to eat things that kind of carry it, you would want to eat a lot of pineapples. Pineapples have a lot of it, which is why like the first few weeks I was drinking my smoothie, my go-to smoothie that includes some pineapple. But with that smoothie, I would be taking my supplements. So bromelain helps with bruising, it helps with swelling. As mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and put some benefits up on the screen so you can see what that looks like and understand that that is something you must bring with you in order for your procedure to be as, at least your recovery, be as successful as you would want it to be. Definitely ask your doctor or your surgeon before just to confirm that it's okay. But if he gives you or she gives you the green light, please take it. Next on the list is going to be some nasal saline solution. That is going to help for when your nose is really swollen inside and you're stopped up. It's going to help bring all that excess gunk out of your nose so that you can breathe a lot better. So definitely, and that's going to be something that your surgeon is going to tell you that you're going to have to do after your surgery, just to clean up like your sutures and all that nasty stuff inside of your nose. You're going to have to get that nonetheless. A lot of surgeons already bring, like, they give that to you. It's kind of included in like the take home package. But some of them don't. I don't know. So you're going to have to ask your surgeon about that. However, definitely already have some with you because that's just to be expected. You're going to need to clean your nose out, and that's going to be something that you're going to have on hand. Another thing, sore throat lozenges. So like cough drops, Sipcol, Ricola, anything like that, anything that's going to soothe your throat. And the reason why you're going to need that is because you're not going to be able to breathe through your nose. And because of that, you're going to be breathing out of your mouth. And all that air coming in and out of your mouth is pause is going to make your throat super, super dry. And it's just not cute. You're going to sound hoarse. You're just going to feel gross. So definitely keep some cough drops on you just to soothe your throat because you're not going to be able to breathe normally. not only that, but it has a numbing feeling. So any discomfort, soreness, irritation that you feel, it'll soothe that. The thing that I took that my surgeon was okay with me taking is a motion sickness patch. So it's like a little sticker that you put behind your ear, and essentially it helps like when you're dealing with motion sickness and nausea. I feel like that was something that could really help you after your procedure. A lot of the times anesthesia has a just a nasty effect on you once you wake up. Some people get really nauseous, some people get the shakes. For me, I did get really nauseous, and I did throw up. I did do a lot of research, and I was told that taking or putting a little sticker behind your ear, the nausea one, would help. I think I woke up just in disarray because I feel like they had to shake me to wake up. I feel like I was sleeping so good, and I haven't slept that good in such a long time that I wanted to stay asleep for a little longer. But God had other plans. So they woke me up, and I think that like abrupt waking up just made me feel so sick to my stomach and lightheaded, and then I just threw up. Next on our list is going to be some comfy sneakers. So this is for the people who plan on traveling, like going to Turkey or other places, and let's say you want to walk around the area, do some touristy stuff. I highly advise you, low key, not to do that as much. I don't get it because you're healing and you're recovering from a procedure, a pretty intense one, and to be exposing yourself outside to different air and just different people and what air they're giving out, just it's just not a good look. It's not good for your recovery, and it can also make you sick because you're already vulnerable. Your immune system is compromised because your body is now recovering from a procedure. So you're more susceptible getting sick, and also or further just lengthening the discomfort process because naturally your body's just wanting to rest. So take that with a grain of salt. Obviously, I'm not telling you what to do. If you want to do touristy stuff, girl, do what you got to do. I recommend you to just chill out for the first few days. Absolutely. But if you're going to do that, or just if you're going to go around your hotel, whatever you need to do, definitely have some sneakers that you could kind of slide in and slide off. So that you're not leaning down, hovering over, trying to tie shoes because there's already so much pressure on your face. The last thing you want to do is look over and tying your shoes and there's a lot of blood rushing to your face because it's already swollen. So if I were you, definitely find some sneakers that you can kind of just throw on, throw off, a slide on sneaker. That's what I had. And go from there. But I would recommend you to get are a pair of slippers. This is specifically if you're going to be in a hotel. Like I said, if you're recovering from a procedure that you had in Turkey and you're recovering in a hotel room, definitely keep slippers on just because the floor is going to be super cold a lot of the times in these hotel rooms. They're not like comfy and cushiony, so a lot of the times it is hard, and you want to be walking and your feet to be absorbing the shock because if you're putting excess pressure on your bare feet on hard floor as your face is swollen, as your body's recovering, and a lot of that inflammation is swelling is up here, it's going to feel extra uncomfortable on you. So at least if you're walking with something with cushion, it just keeps everything balanced and you're not feeling as much pressure and pain because if you haven't experienced it yet and you're still in the process of thinking about it or you just haven't had the procedure yet, afterwards you're going to feel achy and nasty all over. So at least having something that can absorb the impact of when you put your foot down is going to help subside a lot of that discomfort. Take it from me. All right, something else to have with you. You're going to want to have a comfortable zip up hoodie, preferably black, oversized, nothing tight. And that's because one, you don't want to get blood or at least have some nasty fluids, or you don't want nasty fluids and gunk from your nose and stuff and blood like on your nice clothes, you know what I mean? So something that's black you're not going to really see. On top of that, it's not tight, and instead of putting something over your head because you have your splint on, it's just uncomfortable here. Having something you could just zip up instead, it's going to help tremendously just because you don't have to worry about messing anything up here. My next thing overall, just loose clothing, like a button down gown that's loose. track suits, a button down dress, and absolutely a robe. I would absolutely encourage robes for the simple fact that you're going to have, especially for those who are traveling, you're going to have room service come to your door with ice consistently. And sometimes it's like it takes so much effort, take it from me, to put all my clothes back on. Because for me, I want to be relaxed, I want to be comfortable, and sometimes I don't want to wear a lot of clothes. So as long as you have something to quickly throw on so that they're not waiting outside 5 minutes for you to find clothes and find shoes to throw on, I promise you it's going to help the process a lot better, and it's going to make them more inclined to like come up to your room and just give you the ice on your demand if you're making it easy. Because take it from me, they had to wait like 5 minutes outside of the door every time just because I was just doing too much. And now if I look back, having a robe that's comfy and thick, honestly, probably was the best bet anyways. Just make sure it's black though, because last thing you want is to get some disgusting stuff like on your cute, comfy robe. Last thing for the clothing and comfort category is going to be a travel neck pillow. This is going to come in handy in so many ways. One, if you're traveling already and you're going to be like on the airplane and you're going to be flying, it's going to keep you more comfortable just to keep your head in a rested place as you're sleeping so you're not getting any neck pain. But also, when you're recovering from your procedure, most of the time you're going to have to stay propped up so that all of that swelling can go down. And naturally, the doctor is going to tell you that you're going to have to sleep propped up either way. So just get used to it for a while. But with that said, you're going to need a neck pillow just to support your head and keep yourself propped up without getting that pain, but also just keeping you comfy and keeping you situated. So definitely, I have one. Like I said, I'm just not bringing it here because I'm just too lazy. All right, next on the list is toiletries and personal care. So you're going to want to get a baby toothbrush. The reason why I say this is because after your procedure, when they're working on your nose, a lot of like muscles, or not muscles, but like nerve endings are connected to your mouth, and those nerves are damaged. So naturally, you're not going to be able to open your mouth as wide, really, because there's just so much swelling there and just discomfort. You're not going to you're physically not going to want to open your mouth super wide just because it moves your nose, your face is moving. So, one thing I recommend you to get is a baby toothbrush, just because you'll be able to brush your teeth. The toothbrush is smaller, you're not going to have to open your mouth as wide to clean your mouth, so, and clean your teeth. Now, for those who don't know, I did go to Vanity Cosmetics, I feel like is what they're called. But I did go to Vanity and in Turkey, and I still have like the cute little Ziploc bag that they gave me with stuff. So I'm gonna go over what I do have here, and we could discuss why it's important to have it with you. And next on the list is going to be gauze. I'm gonna show you here. Your surgeon will be giving you this. Hopefully, a lot of them do. It's in that care package I was talking about. But if not, you might want to even get more because you're going to be switching, cleaning out, and getting new ones every time it gets nasty looking. And in the first few days, it's going to be nasty looking, more consistent. And you want to make sure that you're having something clean so that nothing gets infected. So this is the bag that they gave me, and it comes with a lot of gauze, these little gauze pieces. And if you also, and yeah, also they gave me gloves here so I can fill it up with ice. Cool, cool, cool. But I have something for that too, so stay tuned for that. Definitely have gauze or even cotton rounds that you can fold over and put under your nose and then keep it there. It's going to help catch all that excess drainage that is coming out of your nose during this time, which is really important to get out of your nose just to clear the nasal passages, but also make sure that you're healing correctly. You're going to be bleeding. A lot of blood's going to be coming out of your nose. A lot of fluid, a lot of snot and mucus. I know it sounds so nasty, but it is what it is. I'm being real with y'all. And having a gauze that you're able to consistently clean out and have enough to do that is really, really, really important. So if your surgeon has not given you that, although they should, if they have not, make sure to have that on you. It's better to have it than not. And if not, make sure to ask your surgeon before your procedure so you know how to prepare. Another thing is skin tape. So this stuff here, what's going to help to keep your nose from not being as swollen. For example, the first 3 to 4 months, I was absolutely taping my nose every single night. Now I don't even do it at all, although I should. I might do it here and there. But what the tape does is it helps to keep the swelling down. Your nose is pulsating, feels like a potato on your face, but it's kind of like a waist trainer for your nose, where even though there might be swelling, it's kind of molding and shaping your nose that despite it getting bigger, it's keeping the shape. That's what's important about nose tape. Also, the nose tape helps to keep the gauze on your face. Imagine if I have this gauze here and I fold it over. This is exactly how I did it too. So this is what I did. I folded it over, and I think I folded it over again too. Like that. I put it underneath, Lord. I put it underneath my nose like this. And then I took a piece of tape, a long piece of tape, and kind of put it like a smile, in a smile shape, and kept it there. That helped to keep the gauze there, but also helped to catch everything that's draining without you holding it up on your face, because that's going to get annoying. Plus, you don't want to keep having your hands in your face underneath your nose. So please, please, please make sure that you have tape. As mentioned, your surgeon should be giving you this, but if not, you're absolutely going to have to reorder some. Trust and believe, take it from me. And having like a few pack of them is going to help you as you're switching this out, because this doesn't only hold your gauze in shape, this is what's going to help hold your nose in shape at night once they're actually able to take out the splints and everything from your nose. All right. Sorry, y'all. My monitor died, so we're just going to raw dog this and hope that it works out for the best. All right, so next thing that I don't have because I ran out of it because I used the whole tube during that first week of recovery is going to be nipple balm. I know that sounds absolutely wild, but when I say it is perfect for this whole procedure, the reason why is because you're not going to be able to breathe through your nose because you're so congested and there's so much swelling and inflammation and fluid building up in this sinus area here. So you're going to be breathing in and out of your mouth, but it's going to make your lips and your nose, your whole mouth in general, so dry. It's sickening, but it's reality. So nipple balm has helped me because your lips are going to be so dry because you're breathing in and out of it nonstop that it will start to crack. It will start to peel, even like the inside skin layer. It's disgusting, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you experience it, or if you have already. You don't want to have that happen. So I was reapplying, and although I was experiencing it, you could feel it kind of like flake off. It's so gross because it was so dry but moisturized now. So it's nasty. But it's real. So like to prevent that, keep it on you because it's more moisturization than like your typical lip balm, because it's to help the nipples for when you're breastfeeding and stuff like that, just to moisturize that skin because it's so delicate. So please, please, please keep that on you, because I went through all of that whole tube I went through in the first week. It's wild. Next thing I will suggest you to get is some xylitol mouth spray. Like I said, your mouth is going to be super dry, so that's just like a moisturizing mouth spray. You're going to find yourself using that throughout the day. Definitely try to have a 2-pack. If you're going to be flying, make sure that it's within the parameters of how much you can bring with you and take with you on board. But definitely have that on you, because if not, you're going to be miserable. My surgeon definitely did not have that. That's just something on handy to bring with you and make sure that you have with you. Q-tips. Ooh, Q-tips are so important. My surgeon definitely did give me a lot of Q-tips, but I went through those like that. So if I would have had my own, which I actually did, you'll be a lot better, just because they're gonna give you enough. But if you're finding yourself cleaning it consistently and you're bleeding a lot and you're going through a lot more of the Q-tips than you thought, you want to at least have enough to hold you over if how much the surgeon gave you isn't enough within that time period. You're also going to be using that to like quite literally clean your nose, not just cleaning it after your procedure, but even post-op when your nose is swelling and it's going down throughout the months, you're still going to find yourself cleaning your nose with a Q-tip. So keep that in mind. Another thing to keep with you is antibacterial hand soap, or not just hand soap, but body wash. And this is something that I would highly encourage you to do the night before your procedure, just to make sure that you are cleansing your body, even leading up to your procedure that morning of. Make sure, if it's okay with your doctor, that you could go ahead and shower yourself using that bacterial wash, just so you are not putting yourself in a vulnerable position of getting any infections, that your body is clean, and that you are fully sterilized and ready for your procedure. Another thing that I'm going to recommend is micellar water. So after your procedure, you're not going to be able to really wash your face for some time, and you're going to notice that your face is going to get oily. Your oil glands, your sweat glands, like things are going to be more active, just because there's naturally so much going on here that there's just going to be a lot going on over here. And if you have the micellar water, it's going to help gently get rid of those excess oils and debris on your skin without touching your splint, because that's the one thing you cannot do. You cannot get that shit wet. If you get that shit wet, you're in trouble. And take it from me, I feel like slowly my stuff was lifting. Maybe I can insert some pictures just to show y'all what I'm talking about. But my stuff was lifting, and I feel like that was due to it getting wet when I was taking a shower. I didn't even have my hair in the shower head, but just like a part of my head was in it, and like it trickled down, and I think some of the water like trickled down in there and it started to lift a little bit. So that leads me to my next suggestion, which is going to be a face shield. Oh, y'all, I feel like my recovery would have been a lot better if I had this. Like I said, just because I was even in the rain, like at one point, and I was like covering my face. But when I say I feel like the excess moisture from that water droplet really caused it over time to start to lift, because anytime there's excess moisture, like I said, whether it be water or steam or anything like that, it's going to cause it to lift. So make sure that you have a face shield. So even if you're washing yourself, or by day 3, if you could take a shower and stuff like that and you don't want to touch it because you cannot touch it, just to have something that's going to catch that and not get on your face. That is so, so, so important. Please don't do what I did. All right, so the next thing I'm going to suggest are ice packs. I did pack some with me. My surgeon did not give me this. Like I said, I showed y'all they gave me some gloves that I just put ice in myself. However, these are what you use when you get lip filler. These are cold, so you could put it in like your freezer, your fridge. And after you've gotten injections, like your lip filler or whatever, I literally got this for the sole purpose of my nose job. Never got my lips done. However, if I ever wanted to in the future, I know to use this too, but this is kind of like a 2-for-1 type of product, because it works phenomenally for your recovery. And the reason why I say this is because when you have masks, you got to be careful with those, because anything that obstructs or has to lay over the splint, anything like that, can cause excess pressure that can mess up your results. So these right here, I love because it came in a pack of several of them. I laid one on my eye, one on my other eye, and it's perfect because the little corner here allows it to like rest on my face without it touching my splint or obstructing anything. And when I say, like, I have a few of them, so I just laid this on my eyes for the swelling. Laid like 2 on my head, and granted they were cold because I kept them in the fridge, and because I had a good amount of them, I just kept them in rotation and like put some in the fridge whenever I use them. I take others out. And when I say this is by far probably one of the star players of what helped me during my whole procedure and my post-op recovery time, this is just, it's chef's kiss. It's amazing. Please don't sleep on these little things. It's so cute too, because you see like the little glitter and the stars and stuff, and it's so cute. However, she was a lifesaver. I used also like a jade roller, or like a rose quartz roller. I'm just put this right over here. I also kept that in the fridge, just because your face is going to be super puffy. I wouldn't recommend what I'm using right now, especially after post-op. I would kind of wait to use this. However, I did use like an ice roller, And I use like a little jade roller just because it's a little bit more gentle. It's not like compressing parts of your face together. It's just you rolling it. So it helps with increasing lymphatic drainage just to get that excess swelling down. It helps with just soothing the skin because it's so cold, and it kept my face cool because you're hot. Sometimes you're so hot that your body will run a fever. That's also a side effect of the anesthesia. So keep that in mind, but definitely whatever you do to keep your face cool, your body cool, that is what's going to help, along with those little lip filler cold compresses. That combination, just switching on and off between those two things. If you didn't take anything from what I said today, those two things, please apply. What's next is silicone straws. Definitely, I would encourage you to get some straws. Silicone, even better, but just something where you're not like having to drink normal. Like I said, a lot of those nerves that help to pull your smile together or to move your mouth are going to be numb. They're going to be dead, and they're reviving, but for now they're not working. So at least getting a straw is going to help with at least being able to drink something without moving your head too much, without opening your mouth too much. You'll be able to still drink and keep things cute. One thing that really helped me with my procedure too, considering I was talking about dry mouth, is a travel humidifier, diffuser, whatever you want to call it. Just because it helps to with that dryness, helps to with the moisture, and that you're not, wheezing and coughing because your mouth is so dry. So I kind of kept it close to me, something that I can inhale close to me just to help mitigate that extra dryness. The next thing, and this is for the girlies who are trying to travel for their procedure, make sure that you have a converter. Please make sure you have a converter. I did not bring one with me, and I was stuck with one port that I was able to use my phone off of. And it wasn't even a plug, it was just like the USB port. Some hotels might have it, but some hotels might not. And you might be limited. So just make sure that you have a converter on you. So no matter what, you're able to charge whatever device you bring with you. Next, I would recommend you to bring all your travel documents, passport, make sure everything is updated because you don't want to be like my boyfriend and get that thing last minute, and because it expired. There's your passport has like a certain time before it gets in that expiration. Like, you don't even have to have your shit expired yet. But if it's like within a period of it about to expire, they're not going to let you on your flight. So make sure you have that, please, because you would hate to invest that much time and money and prepare and take off work and do all this, that, and the third. And then you can't even go on your flight and get your shit done because you're like at the cusp of it getting expired. They're not going to let that fly. Then the last thing that I recommend is a pouch to secure your money. A lot of these people, especially if you're traveling abroad for procedures, they're going to require you to pay it in cash. And I mean, I don't want to just be walking around with a whole wad of cash. So what I did, I put it in this cute little pouch. I don't know where she's at right now, but it's kind of like a makeup pouch, like a makeup bag, but like an envelope. It was dark, so you couldn't see through it, and I put it at the pit bottom of my travel luggage, so I kept it nice and secure. So definitely, I would recommend you doing that, just so it keeps you safe and it keeps your money secure as you're traveling. So I did make this process a lot more simple for you all, and I created one for you. So if you want, click down below, select the link, and go ahead and grab yours today. It is completely free. Now, what I also did was I went ahead and embedded the links of the products that I bought for you guys just for convenience. You do not have to buy. Granted, I do get a little commission from that if you do choose to buy it. You do not have to, but it's also there just for your convenience, because a lot of these products that I have linked are products that I actually used and bought with me, especially that travel pillow. I know exactly where it's at right now, but I'm too short and I don't want to grab my man to go and get it. So with that said, take everything what I say with a grain of salt. If you need any help or you have any questions, please do ask. I already went through it, but if I can help somebody else and just pour out what I have learned through this so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did, please just apply what works for you. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to get your free checklist today. And until next time, y'all be great. I love you guys so much. Make good choices, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye.